Proverbs 3 says this. It says, when you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Do not be afraid of sudden fear, nor the onslaught of the wicked when it comes, for the Lord will be your confidence, and he will keep your foot from being caught. Do not be afraid of sudden fear. The word there actually means do not be afraid of a sudden dread, especially in your feelings. I don't know about you, but a whole lot of people I'm talking to have said things like, wow, I did not see that coming. Wow, we didn't think we'd go through this. Jill and Charlie, who were just here, you know one thing about them with losing their son. They just said part of it was losing their son of 20 years of age to cancer. They said the part that just hit them is they just knew he was going to be healed. They'd grown up in faith. They've grown up seeing miracles. Andrew prayed for him. Everybody, they said, man, Charlie told me, he said, the doctor first diagnosis said, this is aggressive cancer and there's no cure. And he says, not a problem, we're going to win. And he said, my son had that confidence, I had that confidence. And he said, then when he died, he said, it blew him away more than those who expect to die. And he said, then all of a sudden you get, your house has been evaded. It's like, I've talked to people who first time, people came into their house. They said, they'd never been robbed or anything else, and all of a sudden, people were in their house and robbing them, and they said, boy, afterwards, there was this dreaded feeling after that, because we thought we were safe sleeping in our room, and there's somebody walking through our house taking our stuff. It'll bring a dread to you, bring a feeling of fear. And so many other things that are going on, to be realistic, we have to say, man, there's a lot of things going haywire right now. There's a lot of opportunities for tragedy. We've seen how many of you have lost dear loved ones just in the last few months. Yeah, and then the accidents, and then everything. And so there's, in some ways you go, how in the world do you get up or go to bed without having a little sense of a fear of dread of what might happen? I mean, even when that thing happened over in France, there's, everybody that knows people in France was calling. Are you okay? Oh, you're okay. But he said, don't have it. Don't be afraid of sudden fear. Don't have a feeling of dread. I'll be honest, I get that feeling often. Sometimes like, take a deep breath, what's going to be next? Lila was just talking to me, says, how you doing? It's been a tough week. I go, yeah. And I figured out our next thing, but it's like, it's okay, but it's like, well, it's not like they're going to go away. Is it? It's not like we can say, well, I'm going to give a word of prophecy here that from here on out, nobody's going to suffer, no more deaths, and no more, relationship problems, nothing. We're just going to prosper, and God's just told me that we're just going to sail through. How many of you believe that? I don't believe that, because we were never promised that. But what we were promised is that His grace would come into us and empower us, and that we could live without a feeling of dread. And we could wake up in the morning with joy in our hearts, and we could go to bed at night in peace and sleep all through the night. And that we could be healed of everything that wounds us. And yes, some will be a process, but we can be healed and we can rise up. And frankly, Jill and Charlie, it's pretty fun to see them after 7 years cranking, because for the first few years they were hurting really bad. And they wondered, and she shared about that, if they were ever going to get to be back to having joy and going after it, and they are. It's been a pretty awesome walk.